Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Strategic Command World War I, episode number 4, in our Central Powers playthrough. There was a couple things I did off camera, by the way. We had a cavalry that still had attack available, so I attacked that exposed French corps. I moved the HQ to Luxembourg and put the aircraft behind it, because it is a bit exposed here. And lastly, I didn't do this yet, but we want to do some movement on this this front. So basically, I want to do this, and I can't move him. Well, let's do this swap here then. Just keep this guy free. I don't really know where we're gonna want this kind of guy, so we'll leave him here as moral support for our Galician oil fields. Hopefully they survive. We're expecting to take some heavy hits on this eastern exposed salient. I mean, I guess I consider this a salient. Essentially, it's where the flank ends, right? So we have our flank. I mean, we have our front line going from, what is this? Memel in the north. Whoops. Flows around Warsaw and then comes back. And then right here is where the flank, it's like naturally the flank is turned. So hopefully we can survive and turn. It was weird, the front just expanded there. Oh, I forgot to zoom in first, damn it. More Siberian units arriving in Moscow. Our Polish Legion is ready. Von Sanders is ready. Serbians are getting reinforcements. The blockade in the Atlantic is going well. Looks like the more dangerous blockade in the North Sea is also going well. We did manage to get industrial technology development. That's fantastic. That's the one we double invested in, so it's actually not that surprising. But oh, infantry weapons development for the Austro-Hungarians. That probably is surprising. And a good amount of income. So I'll have to show the reports after the turn is done being processed. It's pretty interesting to see. It actually shows all the income and everything. So, or at least the units, and well, it shows a lot of things. Ferdinand Foch is provided with a field command. That's good for the French, so bad for us. I was considering doing like little jump cuts in here just to pass it. Oh, okay, naval mines, come on. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh. Naval mines, yes. Okay, not bad. Run away. Oh, darn it. He almost made it. Yeah, we probably knew he was lost. Maybe if I had placed the naval mines a little bit better, it wouldn't have been so bad. Looks like they're falling off. The Russians are falling back to the west of Warsaw. That Serbian unit's probably going to protect Niš, their new capital. What's going on there? They replaced an HQ with a corps. Ah, interesting. So we don't have a whole lot defending here, but they did fall back east of Königsberg. I don't know if these are final moves, by the way. I don't know. I really don't know how the AI takes its turn. It's very random. We could see them attacking here the next moment. Or they could be done for the turn with this whole side. You just never know. It seems pretty random. Okay, they're attacking here. Oh, that was terrible. Wow, that guy's holding on by the skin of his teeth. Okay. That was a 1-3. That was terrible for us. Oh my god, that was terrible for us again. I think. It's hard to see. So 1-3, terrible. 1-2, bad. We are losing a lot on the defense, but I guess that's kind of expected. French are reinforcing their front line. It looks like we're almost entering the... I'm nervous. What's going on? We're almost entering the static front. Looks like they have a lot of units there. I think the Montenegrins are pulling back into Serbia proper. And we're just going to get some turn processing. Whoop, nope, there it is. One thing I've heard about this game is its turns resolve a lot faster than Strategic Command World War II. Which surprises me. Actually kind of terrifies me. But there are a lot of good games on World War II. There's really not that many good games on World War I, which makes this title stand out a lot more in my opinion. Okay, Prince Wilhelm flees Albania as civil war breaks out. Albania prepares for war. Well, that's not good. Russian mobilization continues. Stop mobilizing. We were able to disrupt the French-Serbia convoys, but I think it's only 4 points. And again, the Entente continued to blockade us in the North Sea, but not in the Atlantic that time? Interesting. Fear of German raiders upset trade from the British Empire. Okay. And I think that means it's our turn. So we lost that destroyer, but we will have our vengeance. In fact, that's one of the things we can do down in the Mediterranean is see if we can hunt down the weak remaining cruisers. Unless the French have decided to dedicate supplies to, or points, military points, to repair it, which I doubt. Okay. Oh, we get to deploy a new unit. Hooray! A sub, which... Yeah, we're just going to put those all as far west as possible. I mean, some submarines would have been useful when this whole skirmish thing broke out, but I think we're going to rely on our battle units, our surface fleet, to save that, and we're going to rely on our submarines to go, deal with this. So, probably the first thing I need to do is pause the video and take a deep look at what I might want to do this turn. So bear with me while I do just that. Okay, well, boy, I took a look at a lot of things. The easiest way for me to begin is actually going to be start with the Navy because that's the simplest one. And I've decided that it's time to start blockading the British. This is a pipeline which leads to Egypt. So we're going to stick some submarines on there. This is that pipeline. Goes over to Alexandria. Now, I want to make this a... Well, there's no way we're going to compete against the British Navy. The Royal Navy is just... It's far superior to us. So what I'm going to do is instead pull all my units back and at least secure a victory against the Russians, which has been a little bit slow in coming so far. Might be able to take out this destroyer. One more hit. Yes! Alright. That's good. That's very good. That's the good stuff right there. And drop this guy down. We do have a battleship which can move up and maybe protect these guys. I can move here and do mines here and here. So they have to go through the battleship. I guess they can go all the way around. I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah, we'll see if that works. So as I said, I want to move all my units, except for my submarines. Submarines are moving to the west. So I want to move all my units back in order to deal with the real threat here, which is actually ended up being the Russian fleet. I'm not proud to say this. I'm not proud to be pulling my units back to deal with the Russians, but that's how it looks like it's going to end up working. Yeah. So really it's a mass redistribution of the fleet. The Kiel Canal is just getting a lot of work. It's going to be very busy. A lot of bystanders waving to the ships that go by. I mean, if I was a child, I would love to be standing along as the entire German Navy rolled past. So... So that's where we stand. We've done well enough. I think that we've gotten what we wanted. I'm gonna move this. I don't want this guy to accidentally find something. Now that we already moved all of our ships back, so not even the destroyers might be better off sticking around or like mining the British coast. We can probably do that eventually, but for now, you know what? I don't think I need this destroyer. We'll stick him in port as well. This one's healthier, so I don't mind sending him out. Send the dreadnoughts back. I mean, we're coming for the... At this point, we're going to come for the Russians. They've done enough to really royally piss me off. I mean, it's not... We're not supposed to be losing that fight. And the next thing I want to do is go... I think that's everyone, right? You know, I'll double check later. So, at least we were able to neutralize the losses, as in we took one down with us, basically, that destroyer. Now, in the south here, I'm still looking for a very, very wounded cruiser. I think they actually end up being... they were hugging the inside line. I mean, they must be... There we go. I think that was the last place I could have gone. What? Okay, alright, good, good, good. Alright, let's check this out. Naval defense of 2. Your naval defense is 4. Ooh, and you have a lot more strength. Actually, this strength of 2 guy, we might be able to kill him on just like the first hit. Now, I don't want to route a different way. I have no idea what's over there, so let's go ahead and do it this way. I used the control key to do that. Alright, we might take one hit, but I think it's worth it. Come on! Damn it, that was the worst case scenario. You just had to screw me, game, didn't you? All I needed was a 1-2 to just finally be a 1-2. Stupid game. If that guy got hit, I would have just flipped my lid. Alright, we put our submarine to try to prevent them from coming. Don't know if that'll work, but I think that this battleship is beefy enough that he can probably survive one bad engagement with this guy who has a 6 for the attack, but luckily we have a 5 for defense. So it shouldn't at least go that badly. But I don't know. And these guys, I don't think that we're going to do anything with them. Even a 10 destroyer, I mean, I don't think a 10 destroyer can be taken out in a single hit. So it's probably better if I actually do move them over here, just because that would be a way of protecting one of my battleships. And destroyers are a lot cheaper. That's true, right? I just want to make sure that that's true. A destroyer is costing us 175, light cruisers 225, pre-dreadnoughts 350. What about the Germans? Can they build dreadnoughts? They should be able to. Dreadnoughts cost us 375, yeah. So, and there's a lot of things I forgot. After we get done with the naval, let me show the reports. Let me look at the production queue. Did we already look at the production queue? Maybe we already did. So I think I will do this then. I don't think they'll be able to kill this destroyer. If nothing else, I think that this will be okay to move him here, just to prevent being flanked on... Actually, wait. Italy's neutral, so they can't go through neutral ports yet, right? If that's the case, this cruiser will actually have to pass through 2 squares of the submarine's zone of control if it attacks from the north end. And if it does that, it provokes a free attack of opportunity. So this destroyer actually needs to be on the south side. I don't think that they're going to come after us, but look, let's be prepared just in case. That destroyer is a lot cheaper if we do end up losing it. Alright, so let's get to the reports. First, let's do a national morale check. Actually, this is easy to do later in the reports as well. But 97 UK, 92 for France, 100 for your Italy, 83 for Serbia, 90 for Russia, 100 for USA, 101 for Germany, 95 for Austria, and 100 for Ottoman. I think that's more or less the same as it was last turn, so nothing's really changed. But this is the reports window, which is pretty interesting to bring up. It shows like all the cities and ports and mines and oil that they have. But and it also shows that, I mean, this changes per unit, but this central graph plot, I guess, bar graph, is static. This just shows an overview of the land units. So UK has 11, France has 28, Italy 7, was it Serbia 11, Russia has 56, a metric ton of land units. Germany has 52. Now we're fighting a two-front war. Half of these go to France and UK, half of them go to Russia. It's not good, is it? We have 27 additional ones from Austria-Hungary, and then 9 from the Ottomans, which are not ours yet, but eventually, right? And as far as naval goes, 20 naval units for UK, 12 for France, and these 20, by the way, are pretty top-heavy after we killed a few destroyers. Probably the same for the French. So we have to be really worried about these 20 and 12. There's 8 Russian naval, which have just given us hell for no discernibly good reason. And the Germans have 17 ships. That's us. And then the Austro-Hungarians, we've seen their 6 ships, even in the last couple of minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the report's main screen, but they also have a bunch of things like losses. Actually, we can go to detailed losses, which is even better. It shows you by breakdown what everybody has lost. So the British have lost 2 detachments, 2 corps, 1 armored cruiser, 3 destroyers. Wow, we got an armored cruiser on there. Hooray! The French have lost 5 corps, my goodness, and a dreadnought. Oh my gosh. And 2 destroyers. Wow, that's brutal. The Serbians have lost 2 detachments and 2 corps. The Russians have lost 1 detachment, 3 corps, and 1 cavalry corps, and a destroyer, and 1 naval mine. I don't really know what that means, but we've lost a naval mine, or 4 naval mines, and 1 destroyer. So the Germans are coming out really smelling like a rose out of this. The Austro-Hungarians lost 1 cavalry corps, 1 dreadnought, and 1 pre-dreadnought. That's pretty brutal. You can see that that's not matched with the opposing losses, I would say. And Ottomans aren't doing anything yet. I can also go over to the graphs here, which shows us a whole bunch of interesting stuff. Convoys we're not going to be super interested in, just shows their convoy income. We can go down to research and diplomacy, and this is going to show me something really interesting. So this is how much the AI is spending on research. They spent 170, and then it was my turn. They didn't spend, then it was my turn, and then they spent 280. So that's a lot, right? 170, 280, 450, right? Okay, then we have more or less the same story here. It's 170, 280, so 450 here as well. Now we get to the Russians. The Russians have spent 200 and 300, so 500. That's just a ton of points on research, just a ton. Look at us. We're at 200 and 200, basically, 400. And I was spending a lot with Germany, at least I thought. And then the Austro-Hungarians have only spent research on 1 turn, only 230 or 220. So we're a bit behind, and also this shows diplomacy. When the AI has been using diplomacy, I think the Russians using it a lot. Also, it shows us the points, the actual MPPs, military production point breakdown. The green is your collected, so that's one of the more interesting things. Blue is spent on units. I think it's cumulative. Or is it just the units you have in the field? I think maybe it's units in the field. No, 367 doesn't make sense. But, I mean, wait. 367 does make sense for the British. This is the British. So, the most interesting thing to me, though, is red. And the total in red is the amount of losses they've had. If you translate their actual losses to MPPs, military production points, the points, you get 1615 for the British, you get 2,000 for the French, you get 500 for the Serbians, and 2,500 or 2,650 actually for the Russians. Now, doing the math in the head, 15 to, I'm just going to do some approximate math, 5, so that's 4,000, 6,500, 6,700, call it. So 6,700 versus the Germans, We lost 2,500. Austro-Hungarians 2,000, so 4,500. So 6,700 to 4,500. So the death ratio right now is over 4 to 3. So they've lost 33% more than us. Actually, a little bit more than that. I thought that was pretty interesting. And you can also see where the national morale has been, just how it's ticking down. The Serbians are quite low. Russians at 90. And then we actually have this graph starting above 100 now because we've had morale above 100. And the Austro-Hungarians have bounced back this nicely. So anyways, that's our look at all the report stuff. I find that pretty interesting to look at. Now I'll probably have to refresh my memory on what I want to do here. I'll just pause. Well, I guess it's kind of obvious what I need to be doing here. I need to be eliminating Boulogne. Its secondary supply is actually supplying the two groups up here. Which means I think that if I take this area, or even if I advance 2 hexes this way and don't even do anything over here, that I will cut off the Belgian units from any kind of supply. Although I'm not sure if that's actually true because this is Antwerp, the capital. Shouldn't that be a supply point? But what I do see is that their supply is in 5, which means it's that they're kind of out of supply. So anyway, we do want to attack this guy though. So, okay, 2 to 3, just exactly as they claimed it would be. Guess I can move this guy here. It's this puzzle game again. I guess what I really want to do is just have these two switch. He kind of log jammed the good territory. Okay, I guess I'll do this. Okay, we're really having a log jam for the good territory. I really wanted to reinforce this cavalry. I think that's now going to be impossible. I need him to move out of the way so that I can get other people in there. That was the one. That was the good one. And this cavalry, either of these cavalries will probably be able to do this now. So, one sec. Looks like I can just chain these guys this way. It's very entertaining trying to get this all done. And I really do need to take that, so we're moving in. Not sure how much damage that unit will be able to do to us. Actually, we can get out of there if we want to move someone else in instead. I think this 7 might be a better choice. He'll definitely keep it, and he'll be able to inflict some damage this turn. Oh yeah, 0-3, that's perfect. Okay, that was good. Okay, so we have this 10, and believe it or not, we can, I think, sneak him all the way around. I don't know how, and I'll do that one step at a time just to make sure he doesn't find anything that is going to end up giving the enemy contact surprise attack, which will go very poorly for cavalry, I'm sure. I mean, it's a bit ambitious. I'm actually thinking, though, that I doubt we'll have a good result attacking this garrison, but maybe we can start working on the HQ at Le Havre here. And I don't know how reinforcement works, and I don't know what the British reinforcement or mobilization is like. They did the Lord Kitchener's little event, so I assume that the clock is ticking on when more British forces are going to arrive, when the BEF will expand. I think I am going to do this. I highly doubt. Let's see. Is this? Ooh, wow, 1 to 4. Wait, can't pass up that. It was 1 to 5 in the end, which is even better. Well, now you got me thinking maybe it is better to do this. So the problem with going about over here is obviously that we're going to push past. We need somebody else to slam their body over here to keep the corridor open. And what's more, if they do choose to attack, push west. But no, I mean, we're going to kind of push out on the front. Okay, well, I'll probably need to pause and rethink everything over there. This 1 to 2 looks pretty darn good to me. I like this. Let's start with the 1 to 2. And between these two, I actually want Antwerp more because it's 10 points. This is Ypres is just a town to us. That was a 1 to 1, not quite as good as I was hoping. But it did open up the way for a 2 to 3, which is a 2 to... Okay, it was a 1 to 2. Out of all the places I want to attack from, I'd rather attack from... Oh, we can't get there. From this angle here, so we'll move there. Okay, probably aren't going to finish this guy off this turn. Oh, wait. There's still hope. Oh, so darn close. Wait a second. Wait a second. He has 3 points left. He can do it. This guy hasn't struck yet either. He's probably a slightly safer option. Although, honestly, I would prefer to reinforce this guy, or he could be used over here. All right. This is pretty darn aggressive. But... yeah, we're going to do it. We got it. Oh, that was awesome. So good, so good. We got Antwerp. Okay, so unfortunately, this guy, he may just eat it. If this Belgian unit has any sense about him, he's just going to attack. I think I even... like, talk about throwing him under the bus even more. I could move south as well, which is where I do want my infantry to start moving. Obviously, we're going to be able to very easily mop up the rest of the northern area over here. The Dunkirk area. It's all going to fall to us. So now we just need to figure out if we want to push this far just to attack an HQ. I do like attacking HQs. They have, like, supposedly they have 1? Well, yeah, it was 1. No attack and 1 for their defense. Do apologize for the few interruptions here. We've got a little Tortuga who's not doing so well. Alright, anyway, so what are we going to do on the... What was it called? The Imagine Not Yet line? It's pretty funny. What we're going to do is try to pick off just the exposed cores. And we have 2 here, so I'm going to do this. Just going to take this guy down from, like, I don't know. I think he had like 55 morale, so on the bottom right we see he's down to 50%. It's good. I might even do this one more time. So 65, 50... Not that helpful on the second attempt. Went down to 64, 48. But, you know, maybe every little bit counts. And as far as I remember... Oh, this is actually pretty good. Okay, this guy, we're going to want this guy here no matter what. So we might as well move him in now. Actually, I think we want to start with our top group here. Because if we can eliminate this unit without using this unit, he is available down here. But I don't think anybody else will get to this guy. Okay, well anyways, we know what we want to do. Oh, actually we want to start with... Okay, so he's at 75, 75. We're at like 47, 35. What the hell is going on with these recon bombers? Are they supposed to be stationed in something you can call an airfield? I don't know, but let's see what they can get done. 75, 75. Okay, and they went down to 74, 73. They almost did nothing. But they did something, so you know, something. Okay, it was a 2 to 3, just as expected. 2 to 3. Okay, I think we'll start with this guy then. Oh god, that was a 3 to 3. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. A 1 to 3. Oh wow! Wow. Oh god, I'm an idiot. The whole point of it was not to use this bottom one, but oh well. We done goofed. I think I'll pull this guy back north. That'll protect this line. And that means we can reinforce anybody else along this line besides this 8. And actually, I really do wish this guy is able to move north. So I might even move this guy out of the way. Okay, anyway, let's do this one. Oh god, it was a 2 and 2. And that was a borderline 2 and 3. So before I did the bombardment, this was a 2 and 2, and this was a 2 and 3, which means that the bombardment made this guy a 2 and 3. So that means this guy should have been closer to a 2 to 4 or whatever's next. Oh god, a 3 to 3. That was actually really bad. That was quite bad. I'm gonna go ahead and push forward with this. Yeah, let's do it. It was a 1 to 2, so that was just bad all around. Gonna move this artillery up north. I've been wanting to do that for a little while, and I don't want to yet reinforce units. I want to see how many points I have left at the end of this. We can move this cavalry. You know, he's 2 turns in, probably another 2 turns, and he gets to the front. Okay, so the western front is more or less done. We're gonna push units forward. We might have some. I mean, we can probably do some more damage to this cavalry. Continue to eliminate units. We do have this question about whether or not to push on the British Expeditionary Force headquarters or not. So I guess that's. Oh my God, his name, John. No, what the hell is his name? I can't remember the headquarters. Oh, it probably says it. Oh, it doesn't. Just because I can't spot him, but that's fine. Basically, we'll push. We'll come back to that. Now we can skim on over to the Russian front. I guess the interesting thing to me is that the Russians are pushing back or pulling back from Western Poland, and we're essentially holding when I don't think we should be able to. Like I don't know, just. Wow, 2 to 4, that's pretty good. Okay, 1 to 3. I think I'll take that, honestly, because I want less damage done to myself. The real challenge here is that if I do these attacks, these guys are starting to get bigger and bigger, and the morale is so... I mean, 1 to 4 is just like so hard to pass that up, but at the same time, if this ends up going poorly for me, and I take 2 damage, let's say, I'm down to 4. I'm very, very vulnerable to just dying. But I think we'll do it. Oh, wow. Oh, what? That's exactly what I didn't want to see. That is exactly what I didn't want to see. Ay. We can't even get somebody else. So we either have to pull back from Tilsit or we have to hope that this guy can hold on. I'm not worried about this unit attacking me. There's cavalry here. Ay. Well, I don't know how to deal with that. I guess I probably should have used my bombers first, although it probably doesn't matter much. I guess I could use them. I guess let me just find the weakest. 61, 58, 63. These guys are the strongest. These guys are practically broken. I mean, yeah, these guys are pretty strong. I don't have to worry about these guys attacking because they won't do anything. Actually, I'm probably most worried about this unit, which, no matter what, he's absolutely going to be reinforced. So let's go ahead and attack this unit just to try to wear down his 63, 64 readiness and morale. Wow, 62. Does that 1% make a difference? I honestly don't think so. But, you know, well, we gave it the old college try. Gonna reinforce this unit as well, regardless of where my other points may want to go. There's like a few exceptions. Like I'm not gonna reinforce everything. I want to kind of, you know, do a little bit of min-max, like see what maybe we should. And this is another one that's just gonna be reinforced right away. And I do want to attack this unit. A 2 to 4 is actually not that great, believe it or not, because a four units of a detachment, like how much is it to repair this guy? Cost of 3, so 2 of them cost 7. So I guess I did this wrong. I need to check what 4 of them would cost, and I don't know because we aren't missing 4. Oh, we are here. Perfect. This is exactly what 15. Okay, but if I wanted to repair 2 on this guy, also a max, 22. So you can see that 2 to 4 is actually a negative point swing because he's a detachment and I am a corps. Interesting. So it may not be beneficial for us to do this. And I know that these guys are not very good at attacking the detachments. They're the only thing, the only land unit I can find which has equal attack and defense values, which essentially is an inflated defense value. Most units have, like cavalry and corps, have higher attack than defense. So that means we might want to go and pick on this guy. Let's see, what is it? 1 to 3. I'll take that. 2. This game hates me. Oh my god! I thought that for sure because they had already screwed me over once, they wouldn't do it twice, but they did it twice. It's a bummer. Okay, we already attacked twice against this guy. I feel like he should be weak. Okay, that was the only one that went just what it should have been. Which is not that great. It's just what it should have been. And nobody else is going to be able to do a lot of damage to this guy, but at least we'll force him to pull back. Unfortunately, we just took a lot of damage doing that. I think I'm just going to reinforce these detachments. They're pretty cheap. And we're going to want them to do defense, to be our defensive front as it moves forward. In fact, one of these guys, honestly, we probably should be over here in Johannesburg helping out. I mean, that ship has sailed. We can't do it now, but that's fine. And then this part, which I'm probably going to have to pause and look at it as well. So let's go down to the Austrian, or Serbian front, I should say. Tricky, tricky times. The main thing we want to do is try to take their town here. This guy's very well fortified, though, unfortunately. 2 to 1, 2 to 1. 2 to 2 is the best I'm seeing. I think we'll probably just take that. 2 and 3. What? Like, I'm on a very bad RNG sprint here. Okay, let's do it. 3 and 2. Okay, they made up for just the most recent injustice. And let's do this. 2, 3, and 0. Okay, hey, and we can take the city. I don't think we need to do anything more than just take the city, honestly. I don't think we need to... Well, wait. Why wouldn't I just push a shattered unit? Like, what are you talking about, Tortuga? What could you possibly be talking about? Let's move this guy. It's a 3. This is a 2. Let's do this. Got him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this was worth it. I'm crazy if I think it's not. So we'll move this guy here. He could move forward more, but I think that we don't have cavalry here, do we? I think that would be probably a bad thing. It would be an encounter that we don't want. However, if we can take this mine... Oh, I don't know. The thoughts are starting to race. What I want to do is go here and just see what kind of damage we can get done. A 2 to 1, which is not great. So I think we'll take this 1 to 2. 3. Ah, they are making it up to me. I knew they would. I had faith. So we could start just surrounding this unit. I'm planning to move this guy here, then move this guy over. If I can, I'd like to reinforce this 4. Obviously, if I need to attack with him, I will, but to eliminate this corps. But yeah, so let's do it this way. Start surrounding this guy. H. This is a town that actually has very low supply, which is not too surprising to me. Yeah, that would be bad. Ooh! Wait, why would we take damage attacking an HQ? Is it because our morale's so bad, or what? I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but let's just do this. Oh, we got him. Okay, good. So that's what I wanted to see. And now we can reinforce this guy, which I think is another one of those candidates that it's like mandatory that we just reinforce him. And get this HQ into the capital, which I like to do because it makes me like, it's a kind of a spitting in the face of the enemy. Our HQ is now occupying your previous capital. Just living in luxury in there. You can see that we're going to go over the 40-minute mark again. We're pretty close to the end of this, but I'll probably need to pause and check over the surroundings. So let's go ahead and reinforce this guy. I know that, again, our Austro-Hungarian friends are going to have a hard time doing research, but it's always nice, I find, to have at least one unit that is at 10. I mean, as many as you can, right? But at least one, at least for one. Probably just move these guys forward. What's supply look like, though? So, give me supply. Okay. I don't know why these numbers are changing. Is it really that good here? So 5 here. We might be better off just moving this guy here and leaving the order where it is. Just the only worry I have is if this ore mine is occupied, this will be an enemy contact. I'm not even sure how we'll end up. We have to move forward eventually, right? But okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm pretty sure they're in niche. Okay, I was correct. Woo! And then we'll move this guy into the capital. Wait. Well, we see everything. It's no longer an enemy contact situation. It would be so nice if we could actually just take this. But it doesn't look like we can this turn. Yeah. Okay, let's wait. We have this 10 who can help attack next turn. Okay, so let me just... oh, yeah. We have the most difficult puzzle to solve, and that's this Lemberg situation, the Galician oil fields. God save us up in the north. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we also probably have to figure out the western side of this, but destroyed one core on the front, yet another one. And knocked another one back. This was down to 4, I believe. Again, I wish it would just show you the number, because we knew it. I just didn't... I mean, it's on my recording. I guess I could stop my recording, look at it, figure out what the value was, but games shouldn't have you do that. I feel like that's bad game mechanics. So yeah, pause, and we'll figure out what to do with this last situation. Well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here, but I think I'm going to use my fighters, my recon bombers, I should say, here. 64-55. 63-54, so only 1% for each. Well, good enough, I guess. This guy can't do very well still, so let's try to see if... Yeah, 2-2, that's what I thought. Oh my god, it was 3-2. Cost us way more than I was expecting it would. This unit's down kind of in dire straits. Move this guy here, 2-2. There's another 3-2. We're just getting screwed this turn. And oh my god, we're getting effed. It's like 4 battles in a row that didn't go the way they should have. Swap with this guy. Finally shattered him. Would not have been surprised if we had also taken damage there. Because just it was not going well. But okay, come on, give us a little something then. No. Right, oh, it's terrible. This guy can get here instead. I might swap these two. Oh my god, a 1-2 went 2-1. Tortuga overload, Tortuga overload. That's just not good. Okay, that's fine. We did all the right things there, I feel. We just didn't have a whole bunch of luck. This is our Polish forces. We'll go ahead and reinforce them to max. I feel like these defensive tokens are better at full strength. Do have one other guy here. I mean, there's no place else we want to go, I don't think. We're hiding our 4, right? Yeah, the 4 is hidden. This 6 is already attacked. That one has... Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're done. The worst case scenario is maybe we'll lose the cavalry here. I think the Galician oil fields will hold. Tarnopol's a little bit exposed. Wait, he did attack. Yeah, but that's perfect actually because he's still entrenched. Good. I think we'll be able to hold everything. It didn't go particularly well, but it didn't go particularly well. Okay, I feel it did go poorly, but it's probably observation bias. Yeah, so that's it. So now we just have to worry about what to mop up. What little things did we miss? Which probably means I should pause and scan the entire field, and I'll be right back. Alright, I think mostly we have unfinished business on the Western Front, which you guys probably already knew. I had left those guys. Didn't make a final decision, so I think I'm going to go with it. There's a lot of interesting options here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So this is a 2-2. How does he get here, by the way? Let's do it. Yeah, 0-2, that's perfect. Yeah, so we do this. 2-2. Yeah, 2-2, I'm not a big fan of. Let's do this. That was unfortunately a bit disappointing. All that work just to kill one unit of the HQ, but it's going to work out because there's somebody who can only get here. You. This guy is probably going to be reinforced. This guy's going to move here, and then he's going to entrench. I don't really know what the best place to entrench is. I'll do it this way, because that way and this is my very weak unit, so what I want to do is move this guy up to attack. So he's just getting his morale back. This is the one who force marched the previous turn. We're going to put him right back into Ream. It's still the entrenchment facing the wrong way, but that's alright. There's nothing we can really do about that. Now there's two ways we can handle this situation. I think we want to attack from the same angle, hopefully shatter. Oh man, an 0-2, and we ended up getting the worst end of that. The only way around this, but actually probably the best way around this, now that I'm looking, is to move this guy back, move this guy into Ream, and move this 10 all the way down. This guy can get here, and this other unit can get all the way over here. So we have two units, nice fresh troops on the front, ready, and they are both high morale, high readiness. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is great. So we did it. I mean, we kind of manipulated things in a way that I think is to our best advantage. Downsides. If the Verdun man wants, he can cross. This is probably a 3-point play. Let's see. Movement cost +1 for the forest, and +1 because of the zone of control. So that's 3 movement points to go in here, which means he wouldn't be able to move anywhere else because zone of control. Let's get our... I think this is better to move this guy here. Yeah, so now we have to talk about what reinforcements do I want to do. I need to think about that a little bit more, but I think that all my movement is done. We also want to look at research, so one sec. All right, well, I thought about it a little bit, and I've decided that the most important thing is to reinforce my units, because it's instantaneous increase in effectiveness, which is much better than research. So I'm going to reinforce the Galician oil field guy. I don't think you can be reinforced. I don't think anybody else, but we have plenty of the Germans who basically are decisions. Do we want to or not? Answer is going to be yes, I think, for most of these guys. We do want more individuals ready to go for next turn. We also have a little bit of fixing to do on the... So this is expensive. It's costing us a lot of points. So we'll see how... We have very little research we can do after this. This, I wanted to put that guy there. Just a really simple thing. And I think everything else is fine. Move this unit forward, maybe. I think that's all good. And this guy can get reinforced. We want him reinforced as well. Looking good. And... yeah, so we only have one unit on the front now. Two units, I guess. 3. that are not 9s or 10s. That's good. This guy attacked. This guy attacked. This guy attacked. Okay. So let's do the research then. 50 minutes. This is just going to be a long episode. We somehow managed to save 100 points? That doesn't make sense. Let me double check. Okay, well, one unit escaped my notice here, and we really have two options. The Sallenstein unit can actually go over here. I don't know. If he reveals any scouting information, I can't undo this. He might be able to do an attack here. That guy's entrenched. We're not going to be able to do that, so let's just go at least in. The Austro-Hungarians are completely done, so I can definitely do them. And they have 140 points left over. There's lots of different ways we could do this. I was thinking infantry warfare, we could do spying and intelligence, and trench warfare, which is what I'm going to end up doing. So trench warfare I think is going to be very important if we go to war with Italy. Just going to probably dig in and focus everywhere else. Now as far as the German research goes, infantry warfare would be really nice. It's not that our units have been getting up that high in morale lately, but I think I also really want so there's this reinforcement unit we could do. I think that's the only one that's left like out of everything. The two options we have are do spying and intelligence and this, which is 155, which will only give me one thing to do with this, which means that this guy might as well go over and explore, but he can't. Or he can just sit here. Either that or we find something else to put our points in. Like maybe we should start investing in trench warfare. Probably couldn't hurt. So if we do 50 plus, which one do I want more? I probably want spying and intelligence more. We can wait on building units, but research is important. So we'll do this, we'll do trench warfare. And then with the 40 points, I hope we can reinforce this guy completely. We can. Alright, and that is going to do it for this episode. So we'll start the convention of giving me time off camera to look at more stuff, but I'll call this video to a close here, and we'll start the next video with the end of turn resolution and what the AI's reaction to that is. So for now, thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care.